Hi y'all, this is Houston Smith with California Home Spas. Today we're going to be doing a wet test on EP products here at our showroom in Long Beach, California. A wet test is more than just watching somebody swim in an endless pool. The reality is 40% of the time that you do a winning wet test, the person will buy the product. That's why it's important for you to be prepared to ensure that the customer has a great experience. And that's what we're going to do today. Next, you want to contact your customers beforehand, so that way you can ask the right questions. How do you plan on using your swim spa? What level of swimmer do you consider yourself? If you're not a swimmer, what other activities do you tend to do in the water? Also let them know what you will provide. Goggles, water, a good time, whatever helps them have a good wet test. And finally, a couple days before, make sure everything's optimal. Make sure your water's correct. No one wants to smell chlorine when you're swimming. Make sure that the temperature's correct so they're comfortable. Have some towels, have a robe, have water, have whatever makes the experience better. The most important thing is first impressions count. Okay, game day. It's time to get your game face on. A few things to keep in mind. One, be lighthearted, have fun with it, an enjoyable experience. What I like to do is do a dry run outside of the swim spa to show them, hey, you can do your stretching here. Hey, this is how we adjust everything, how the jets are adjustable. I will even take a paddle and put it in the water to kind of show them the flow and let them feel it before they get into it. Now let's make sure you have the right gear and accessories on hand. This should include goggles, snorkels, towels, swim caps, whatever helps them have a good wet test. Once your customer's in the water, allow them to get acclimated to the temperature and the flow of the current. This is a good time for them to stretch. For a customer who is not a strong swimmer, using a snorkel takes the focus away from breathing, so they can focus on the stroke and the movement of the water. I encouraged Danny to try the snorkel first, and later he can try it again without the snorkel. A relaxed and controlled stroke is best, with arms slicing through the water, not slapping or fighting it. If they have trouble keeping their legs elevated, they can either try a swim tether or a pull buoy. Both of these tools are very helpful. Start on a low speed, letting them adjust to the flow. You want them to get adjusted to their pace, so they don't have a negative experience right away. Okay, Christine's not a swimmer, but she plans on using a swim spa for exercise. We'll start with the E550, where she will experience the underwater treadmill. And don't forget to remind her with the natural buoyancy, she's really about 90% weightless, so the exercise is low impact. Next, Christine's going to test the X2000 with the aqua bike. Positioned in front of the swim cross jets is a perfect place to experience what a great workout the aqua bike is. Finally, Christine is going to use the resistance bands. Offer these experiences to Danny also. They should both experience the versatility of endless pools. And before they get out of the water, turn on the spa seat so they can really feel the massage and get a good cool down. Danny and Christine have had a great wet test experience, so this should really help them become an endless pool customer. Everything we've done here today should really help you create a great wet test experience, and you should be more confident in the way that you deliver it. Ironically, while we were filming this, we had a customer come in, Kathy, and she wanted to wet test a swim spa. Just so happens we were talking about wet testing swim spas when she walked in.
It was wonderful. It was a great experience, more than what I thought it would be. The ones we visited didn't have one with water in it, and so we were happily surprised that it was filled. You can look at the jets and say, oh yeah, okay, but actually feeling the water pressure and swimming against it, you just feel like you could work out for 10 or 15 minutes and get a really good workout. Being able to try it out was fabulous.
So hopefully, in seeing the way that we interact with the customer, and it's really feeding off of them and just making sure they're comfortable. Because if they're not comfortable, they're not going to buy anything from you. You have to be the expert and really show them how it's going to benefit them. And that's the easiest part about it. If you do that, the rest is just paperwork.